Let's talk about the Great American Bash. So after those two Nitros, they were all building up to the Great American Bash in the middle of the month. Happens in Baltimore, the Baltimore Arena. It's the 5th time the Bash is held there. 9,000 fans are live. It's got 170,000 buys on pay-per-view. And buddy, it is Horseman country. Okay.
You got that right.
There's some pops that we'll talk about that happened for the Horsemen, but they open the show, Arn, and they share with us, Tony Schiavone and Dusty Rhodes, that Dick Murdoch, passed away the day before the Great American Bash. This is all the way back in 96. And so they just made mention of that, but man, so many years ago, his passing. So just wasn't really sure if you had any thoughts of, or memories of Dick Murdoch, but that's how they opened the show that night.
Greatest guy in the world to be sitting in the back seat making a road trip, drinking beer with Murdoch. Because buddy, could he put him down? He was Captain Redneck. That's exactly
Captain
who
Redneck.
he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a Texas redneck. And buddy, could he drink? And boy, was he funny.
Yeah. Just crazy to think all those years ago, back in 1996 is when he passed. I want to run through the card real quick. Rick and Scott Steiner beat Ice Train and Scott Norton. Scott hits the top rope Frankensteiner. Arnie's 275 pounds. I mean, he was a freakish athlete. Top rope Frankensteiner.
Scotty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, he's a hell of an athlete. Are you kidding me? You're right. He's a big guy to be doing that kind of moves. That's Rey Mysterio stuff.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Speaking of Rey Mysterio, he's going to be on this card, and this is where he debuts for WCW at 21 years old. He had been in ECW, but now Rey is now making his debut. This is a big Great American Bash.
Loved Baltimore as a wrestling town. They were 100%. They liked who they liked. They didn't just cheer the good guys and boo the bad guys. Like I said, that was Horseman country.
I'm going to catch you up a little bit more on this card. So we had Conan. He kept the U.S. title over Elgato. DDP defeated Marcus Alexander Bagwell with the Diamond Cutter. And then, as I mentioned, Rey Mysterio Jr. debuts, 21 years old, and he wrestled Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko gets the win. But how long did it take you, Arn, to realize, man, Rey Mysterio is something special? I mean, he and Dean had so much great chemistry, even though their styles were a little different. But this match is a great match to go back and watch. But back to my question, how long did it take you to realize this guy's going to be fantastic?
As soon as the bell rang. He looked, first time I saw him, he's walking around backstage, he looked 12 years old. Tiny, young, and, talking about how excellent his work was. Somebody was on the other end of that, and Dean Malenko will never get the due that he should, because he, man, good God, some of the stuff that Dean could do, some of the catches that he did with Rey, just that old lucha style, I had never seen it. And to see it firsthand and by two of the best that ever lived. And I was just sitting there with my jaw on the ground and go, who can sit down and talk with another guy in this business and come up with, actually picture what we're talking about here. Here's what I'd like to do. And when it's done, you go, you can't do that. And boy, they did it.
They did it. And now you have Dean who, he's going through his share of physical problems, but he's still doing his thing, sharing his knowledge with the boys.
Tough son of a bitch. Dean Malenko.
You keep up with him still to this day, don't you?
Oh, yeah. We're very good friends. I love Dean. Love his family. Nice people. Anytime Julie's in the town, if we do a con of some sort or something, we're in there and go spend some time, have lunch. They're good family friends.
That's
Love
great.
them.
And then Rey, on the other side of it now, we're talking 96, still wrestling for the WWE all these years later. It's just incredible. And especially with his style, that to me, that just blows my mind. Still doing his thing.
Yep.
Just incredible. So the presentation too, he had Ray with the mask, the bright gear. It's similar to Surfer Sting, if you think about it, when he had all the bright colors and all that. And that's what you get out of Rey Mysterio and Junior here. And he's always pushed the envelope when it comes. But man, you talk about ushering in a whole new style and the influence that he's had, even the last 30 years in the business. Would you consider him the greatest luchador of all time?
No doubt. No doubt. But you know what? The art form that made him so believable and credible, he didn't mow anybody down. He didn't knock anybody down, chopped them down. So he made up for the fact that Ray was 5 feet tall and maybe 140 pounds. But he did everything he did to get a guy off his feet, made perfect sense. And it wasn't he was steamrolling anybody, which the audience would have dumped all over that. He just chipped them down, and finally did enough that he got them on one leg, and that's when he knocked them on their ass.
It was always,
Brilliant.
the classic David and Goliath with him.
With everybody that he wrestled, it was
Yep.
David and Goliath, yeah.
For sure.